Okay. Hello everyone. My name's Ricky or Billy from Korea or whatever, and this is Waifu Girls Quest, a game I made in RPGmaker VXace. It's not very good, but it is finished, and I just wanted to, I don't know, I just wanted to play through it, I guess, because, like, what else do you do after you make a game, right? You should play through it. I am pretty proud that I made all the music in this game using online sequencer net. And I did draw this title card. As you can see, it's not very good, but it is drawn by me in MS Paint. The pixel art you'll see was not done by me, but everything else is pretty much by me. Like that right there, that profile picture, I drew that. That description down there, I wrote that. So yeah, I guess I did all the writing, I did the drawings, at least the MS Paint drawings. I didn't do any of the pixel art, because I don't know how to do pixel art. This tells you how to play the game if you've never played an RPGmaker VXace game before. This is our shopkeeper. You can buy potions from them. Right now we have no money though, so as the shopkeeper advised, if we want some money, we should try and fight some of these enemies up ahead here. We don't have any weapons, but it should be fine, because we have this character that will automatically heal us if we're injured. Well, if we talk to them, I guess, for free. So here's our first enemy. You basically just beat it up until it dies. There's not much to do here. Like I said, it's not a very good game. It's pretty straightforward. I'm not really sure why I decided to make this game. I just really like RPGs, I guess. But yeah, now that we've beaten him, we're not gonna see this person for a while, so we can. Oh, we can't even buy any potions. A potion costs $5. That robot gave us $1. We did level up though. So as you can see, our stats are slightly higher now. We have 15 attack instead of 10 attack, which is pretty good. These here are our skill system. So these jellyfish for 10 souls will give us certain skills here. Sadly, being that robot only gave us 1 soul. So we're going to have to wait until we kill 10 robots before we use that. Same with this guy. This guy's a weapons dealer. He sells weapons and armor, but again, it's like $100. A little too expensive. So we're just gonna go ahead and kill more robots. They should be a little easier to beat now that we're level 2. Just gonna whack them here. And actually, before we even fight this other one, we can take a little item up ahead here. This is a potion, but there should be like a sword right around here that we can grab. So that's gonna give us 5 attack points, which doesn't seem like a lot, but it's basically the equivalent of 1 level up. So we're basically attacking with the power of a level 3 character here on this level 1 minion here. So now that we've beaten him, we can double back to that healing spot. Or I could also just chug a potion, I guess. Doesn't really matter. We're going to double back to the healing spot here. We could probably buy some potions, but we have 3, which should be more than enough to beat the first little encounter here. So I'm going to move here. Down here. Alright, so here's our first little mini boss of the game. Kind of looks like Luigi, but we just gotta whack him to death. Again, not much complexity. Since we just started the game. So yeah, that should give us a level up there. Okay. And then we should actually have enough souls now. We have 10, so I'm actually going to double back here. It'll respawn the enemies. We can just walk around them. I want to double back to that jellyfish over there and get some abilities. So I think the most useful ones probably Cure or Heal. It takes 10, but consuming this will give us 7. And now we have 10 in total. So we can talk to him. We can get healing magic, and then we can use it. And now we can just heal ourselves like that. It only costs 7 mana, and we have like 152, so that's probably the only skill you need to beat this game. I tried to make a wide variety, though, in case you guys wanted to, you know, maybe shoot some fireballs or lightning bolts and stuff. So this person will give us back our health. This person, now that we have $23, we can buy some antidotes and potions. There should be some antidotes in the forest up ahead. So we're just going to spend it all on potions for now, because those are pretty good to have. Over here's our first partner NPC. So in this world, there's robots and humans, and robots are running around killing humans, which normally doesn't happen. So something's up. Somebody's doing something to the robots that's making them go evil, and we gotta figure out who it is. So we're gonna go ahead and get to the bottom of this, gang. Okay. As the weapons dealer again, we can't really afford any of this, so we're just gonna go past him here. And then there's gonna be a lot of enemies up ahead here. Now they look like Mario. But again, it shouldn't be too big of a deal. None of them really have any poison attacks as far as I know. We can always just like heal ourselves now that we have the healing skill. The reason we want to kill all of them is for the experience points. They can respawn, but I tried to make it so you wouldn't really have to grind to beat this game. The kind of, I guess, what you call it? The expectation would be that everyone probably fights at least like all the enemies once. But if you want to make the game a little more challenging, you could probably just avoid the enemy fights and go straight to the boss battles. Or if you wanted to make the game easier, then you can do what I'm doing and just fight all the enemies on the map. If you wanted to make the game like really, really easy, you could even like double back and then let them respawn and, you know, like refight them. But this is probably the most dense place of enemies that I made. I think after this one I was like, you know what, I don't think each map needs like 800 robots roaming the map. And then the rest of this is pretty straight ahead. Just kind of go down here. There's going to be like 12 million robots down this hallway, so we're going to want to heal too. And again, you can run past these guys, but I don't know. I like beating them up, you know. Make the town a safer place, right? They don't really chase you or anything. They just kind of go up and down. So I mean, their AI is pretty easy to go around. Like if I wanted to, right, I could just like do this and walk past them all. But again, we're just kind of doing this for the points. I figured people would be listening to the battle music a lot, so I tried to make that one an absolute banger, because people are going to hear it like, you know, a bajillion times if you're playing this game. Not that I think this game will be played a bajillion times, but nor do I think there's a bajillion fights in this game. There's probably like less than 100 fights in this game. There's not that many. Because like over here, there's like probably like 20 enemies plus the boss. And then each following map probably has about maybe like 10 or 5 enemies in the boss. So not that big. I also decided not to really use the TP system because I wanted to save it for like a kind of gun feature I had later. But we'll get to that part later. So I want to just kind of keep it simple, you know, just have an HP and MP. Pretty normal RPG stuff. We could probably even cheese these guys and get to the treasure chest really quick. Make these last 2 fights a little easier. If I just do this. There's a spear, there's an axe. Okay, so there's no never mind, I lied, there's no better items. We could probably just use a potion. Save the MP for the boss fight. So we're gonna take out these last 2 robot civilians. See if we can use any skills. Okay, he took no damage, that's great. Did he dodge? He took no damage. What does that even mean? Oh, I missed, that's why. Unlucky. Yeah, I think there's like a 5% chance for attacks to miss in this game. It's pretty rare. Okay, so here's the girl from earlier. She's pretty useful. Because she's a wizard. She has this lightning spell, which is effective against robots. Now, right now, we've got 15 plus our 6, so we've got about, like, 21 souls. We can learn one of these, like, level 2 spells. Shock would be pretty good. We don't need heal, because we already have it. I think for now, we're just going to go for this one. We need 20 souls, though, so let's eat these. Oh, are we going to be shy? No, we should have. Okay. We'll have just enough +1. Okay. And then we want to go teach it to our main character. So now, we can just blast everyone with lightning, which should do a bunch of damage to robots. I don't think I'm gonna die here. Especially if we chug a potion. We should have enough for, like, I don't know, like 3 bolts. And then we can just, like, toss potions at him. We'll save just in case. You never know. So, can you guys tell which one I drew? Alright, so the first thing we want to do is take out these little mini guys, because they're going to slowly do damage to us throughout the fight. 1 bolt should be enough to one-shot them. Okay, yeah. And then this guy's regular attacks don't do much. He has a machine gun attack. I think he does like every 3 turns. That does like a whole bunch of damage. We should be able to kill him pretty quick though, because we both have lightning magic. Okay, so his next attack should be when he really wails on us here. We might just kill him here. Oh, here it is, the machine gun. Okay, we're good. Since Waifu Girl is out of MP, we'll have her toss a potion at Liz, and we'll just have Liz keep chucking lightning bolts at this guy. We can probably toss a potion on herself, too. So we don't die. Okay. So now we got a whole bunch of stuff. This is kind of where they explain the whole soul mechanic if you haven't figured it out yet. But basically the idea is that every time you defeat enemies, they drop these soul items and you use those to cash in for extra abilities. So we already did that though, so we're just going to keep going. I'm going to heal up over here. These do more damage than the sword, but they have lower accuracy, so we're just going to stick to the sword for now. And then all their default stuff's pretty good. We could buy more potions, but we already have 10. So I don't really think we need any of these. These things will bring you back from death, but they're really expensive. So we're just gonna hold on to the money for now. Alright, so here's our next guy. He's a fellow robot that's trying to liberate the evil robots or something. I don't know. This will be a little boss fight, but it should be pretty easy since we already took out... It's literally the same boss fight, but now you have a third party member with you. So we can just blast him with lightning magic. Oh, this guy has a pretty cool ability where he can permanently increase his attack by 25% for the rest of the battle. I think it technically lasts for like 999 turns, but your battles shouldn't go that long. So now we should have enough to basically just wail on him. Should be doing his machine gun attack next, but I don't think it should one-shot anybody with our 300 HP here. Yeah, we killed him before he even got to shoot us. So that's pretty cool. Alright, and now Barrage, the robot here, leaves temporarily, so we go follow him. I think the next part leads to a heal spot. No, it doesn't. Okay. So we want to double back here. Grab our heal. Okay, and then we can go all the way into this little dungeon here. Again, don't really need... I mean, the armor would be kind of neat, but I think one of these treasure chests should have some. It at least has... Yeah, there's the upgraded armor. So we should be able to basically whack these guys. Now, these guys are human, which means they're not weak to lightning magic like the robots. So we can probably just wail on them. And that should be enough to take them out. They have a poison attack that they'll sometimes do. But that chest gave us 5 antidotes, so we should be more than well equipped to take it out. I think there's even a treasure chest on the right side over here that'll give us some, yeah, give us some more, a better sword here. So that's pretty neat. And Liz here doesn't learn through the soul system. She just automatically learns abilities, so now she has a heal ability, which might come in handy, you never know. But again, these are just human characters, so we just wail on them. As you can see, it gets a lot easier once you get an upgraded sword and as you level up more. Okay, so now we have a lot more skills here. Fireball 2 would be pretty good, because it does a lot more damage. Revive's always nice. Poison's kind of neat against... It doesn't work on humans, or it doesn't work on robots, but it doesn't work on humans. I don't know, man. I think we want to probably get the fireball. Just because it does a lot of damage. So we need 20 for that one. I don't think we have enough. Ooh, we do. Okay. So let's trade that in. So now we've got fireballs for human enemies. We've got shock for robot enemies. We're pretty much... We've got cure to heal our wounds. We're pretty much ready for everything. I think that's the boss. There might be a treasure chest down here. Yes, there's 2. Okay, 20 bucks and a small shield. So that'll increase our defense. Also slightly increases your evasion chance, but the main thing is the defense. Again, I don't think we're gonna die here. We can use some potions just to make sure we're all topped off, though. Because you never know. Oh, no, there is no boss fight here. So our buddy's already taken them out, and then he runs on ahead, so now we gotta go follow him. These things are really cheap, and they can be used outside of battle, which is cool. So maybe we can get, like, I don't know, like 10 of them. It's only $10. Alright. So now we're at the desert part. There's a lot of dead ends here, so you just want to kind of make your way through. Just going through the desert. Ba-ba-da-ba-da. And then right around here, we should meet our old friend here. But he has passed out from the heat. So now we gotta go carry his body here. It's a little oasis. It's all the way. Almost there. Here. Alrighty. So now he's okay. He's been also looking for the reason why robots have been going crazy and attacking people. So since we share a common goal, we decide to team up. And now he's on the team. So he has way more attack than the other guys, but he cannot use any magic. So you have basically a wizard. You have the opposite of a wizard, like an all-fighter guy. And then we have, like, the medium, the middle person, you know. Her magic's not as good as Liz, but her magic's obviously better than Barrage because he has no magic. And her fighting is not as good as Barrage, but her fighting's way better than Liz's. So she's, like, the medium kind. I can save one more time there. These are useful because the enemies up ahead will toss sand at us, which will blind us, so we'll need those to not let that happen. I think the rest are good. We could maybe buy some hats. But I mean, we honestly should be fine. Be a little expensive. Why not? Like, what else am I gonna spend the money on? Okay. So let's equip our guys. Give us a little bit more defense. Because you never know. If you ever play an RPG, save often. Alright. I'm gonna save my magic for the boss fight ahead. So we're just gonna wail on these guys the regular way. Shouldn't be too much trouble. Actually, get a pretty decent amount of experience too. I think Liz learned a new ability. Yeah, so she is Fire Shot too, which can pretty effective against humans. Okay, so Barrage has a cool ability where he can attack all enemies at once. And none of his abilities require magic, which is neat. Oh, he's blinded. A little unfortunate. But I think we can probably just power through this. Alright, see, the blind eventually just kind of wears off in a few turns. Okay. And you know what? We got all that water, so now we can just heal ourselves very inexpensively. Very nice. Alright, this should be our last group of bandits here. Yeah, so the weakness of the wide swing is it doesn't do as much damage, but obviously hit multiple enemies, which is good when you have to deal with multiple enemies. Okay, cool. So now we should be way strong enough. This is just if we want to alternate your gear here. So books give you magic defense, but they don't give you as much magic as staffs. And Waifu Girl can also equip those things too, if you want her to be a wizard. Also, we can learn these abilities, which are pretty useful because they don't require any magic. I'm not opposed to that. I think I already have Fireball too, yeah. Yeah, we should be okay here. I think if I ever make another game in the future, I'd probably just have like a shop or something. I don't know why I made this little jellyfish thing. Let me see how much this costs. 10 souls. That's not that bad. I think we have that much already. So that'll be good because it'll let us kill things faster. Okay, cool. We should be all a-okay. Let's just use the last bottles of water here. Make sure we're maxed out. Okay. So over here, we got a bit of a mix. We have 2 human enemies and 1 robot enemy. So for the human enemies, we'll shoot a fireball at them. And then we'll have Barrage power. He has a disarm ability, which lowers an enemy's attack. So we can use that on the robot bandit leader. And then let's do 1 more fireball. That should hopefully take down these bandits. Let's do 1 more disarm, so he's down to 50%. You shouldn't be able to get their attack lower than 50%. Okay, let's just have these guys wail on these bandits here for now. And then we can have him boost his attack. Alright, now that we're dealing with a robot, we can go ahead and shoot him with lightning. The blind should not affect magic, as far as I know. I think it just affects your regular attacks. So yeah, we can just keep on whacking at him. And since we already debuffed him, he shouldn't really be doing much damage to us. Just whack him. Whack him. Should be pretty close to dying about here. Obviously, I didn't want the bosses to just die in 1 hit because I thought that would have been anticlimactic, but I also didn't want them to like take 20 hours to beat, so I tried to kind of find like a middle ground there where, you know, you still gotta like whack them a bit, but it doesn't feel like it's just taking forever. Okay. You know what? These things were pretty useful. I'm gonna get like 20 more of these. 'Cause it's only like 20 bucks, you know. It's pretty cheap. It's over here. We just gotta talk to this person. They'll move around. They're basically telling us that we gotta take a train to where the bad guy's base is rumored to be. This guy will let us take the train here. This is our little fast travel system, so he kind of explains to us too. The left is like the first area, the right is the newest area. So we can now like take these to, this is like the forest area from before. But then you've got like the little snow area from before. You've got the little desert part from before. In case you ever want to go back to those for some reason. Alright, so over here, this is our new boss fight here. Everyone should be pretty good to go. We just gotta shoot them with magic. Like just about every other enemy in this game. And then another useful thing is we can use our disarm ability to lower his attack. Very useful ability. But yeah, as you can see, he has 4 arms. Or 6 arms? I don't know. He has like 4 weapons though, so he can attack you a lot, but it doesn't really matter if his attack's down by 50%. And we're a little like over leveled because I've been killing everything I've been walking across. Okay, and then we can have Barrage increase his own attack here. Get ready to join the fight. Do one more. Whoo! Yeah, so the guns, they do damage based on agility, not based on attack. That's why lowering the enemy's attack won't do anything there. Hopefully we can heal ourselves before we get one-shotted there. Okay, there's some poison. The nice thing about having Barrage on our team is that he is a human character, so... Or sorry, he's a robot character, so he's unaffected by poison. However, our other friends are still affected because they are humans, so we're gonna have to give them a antidote there. A-okay. Alright, I'm just gonna play it safe and do one more heal, because she could get one-shotted. Oh! That stings! Okay, we did it, guys. Yeah, dying really sucks because if you beat a fight and your character is dead, then they don't get any EXP. Okay. So next area. We could probably get... we have 6 antidotes, so we're probably fine on those. We got enough of these things. Yeah. Little knife here. So Liz kind of mentions... it actually lowers your magic, but it increases your attack. So... Liz is unable to equip swords, but she can equip knives. So those are pretty neat. It's like a little emergency weapon there. Alright, this person tells us where the secret base is. It's just up ahead. And then we get a whole bunch of items. So this is where you want to... This is where, I guess, I just threw all these in case you want to explore other alternative fighting styles. So there's a club here. They don't do a lot of damage, but they give you a special ability that breaks armor, which is neat if you have a high defense enemy. Chainmail is just good. A bow. So those ones, they have a high critical chance, but you can't equip a shield while they're out. The claw. That one lets us get 2 attacks. It has high accuracy, but again, doesn't let us use a shield. You've got the mage's robes. That gives us more magic defense, but lowers our regular defense. The gun. So yeah, this one, it deals damage based on agility instead of attack. It might be fun to mess around with this. I want to give it a try. I don't think Liz can use it. I think only Waifu Girl can use the gun. Yeah. I want to try it out though. Like, it's a freaking gun, right? We gotta try it out. All right, we can equip her with the plate armor that gives us the most defense. And then we can go ahead and have probably Liz equip the chainmail just because she's a little vulnerable. Give her the shield. And then everyone else should be pretty good here. Okay. So this is where our little TP trick will come on in handy here. Honestly, it might be better for boss fights. We'll see. So we have the skill here called Pistol Shot that costs 100 TP. And TP doesn't regenerate in this game. But the reload ability just gives us 100% TP. Well, again, these are Oh, we have our knife now, so we can just slash these guys. So now we're at 100 here. And now we're going to do the pistol shot and see how much damage it does. $500. So yeah, not bad. Not bad. Obviously, you gotta reload every time you do it, though, so maybe we'll just stick with the sword. But it was kind of neat. But yeah, I want to just give people a variety of weapons, so you can try out whatever you like. Another nice thing about the sword is that it's one-handed, so you can equip a shield while you have it out. Alright, so we should be able to just whack these guys. They're just regular grunts. Nothing too crazy. Yeah, yeah. Yay, we did it. We saved the city, Patrick. Okay. So this is our big jellyfish camp. More importantly, it's got this plate helmet. And this cool hat. And a cooler hat. Okay, so let's equip this. Give us the most defense. That'll also give us a pretty good amount of defense. Right, the rest is pretty normal here. We have quite a few shoals. I'm just trying to figure out. Regenerate's kind of nice. We could probably just do that. You know what? Yeah. It only costs 30. How many souls do we have? We have 14, but if we eat these, we'll have another 20. Now we have 34. So that'll give us the regenerate ability, which is really nice, because then we don't have to constantly take care of everybody during battle here. Okay, here's our next boss fight. Let's go drink our bottles of water. Let's go save up. And these are all robots, so we can just shoot them with lightning. The first thing we want to do, though, is use that new regenerate ability we have on everyone. We can start shooting our robots here with lightning. We can lower his attack with the disarm. Okay. And then let's go do a regen on Mirage because he's a little low. Shoot more lightning at these guys. Lower the boss's abilities to fight us. Oh, those guns. Okay, and then one more. Liz. Shoot more lightning. Let's boost our attack here. I studied the blade. Okay, everyone should be passively healing now. So at this point we just shoot people with lightning. And that should be enough to win us the fight. Do one more attack boost. And now we just shoot him to death. I see, so the katana does a lot of damage, but it's got a high chance to miss. Because we love gambling. I think if I made another game, I'd want to introduce a character that does damage randomly. That'd be kind of funny, I think. Or introduce like an ability that does damage randomly. That'd be funny for people who love gambling. Oh, and then I could have like an ability that heals randomly. Like heals a random amount of HP, and it could either be like 1 or it could be like a bajillion. That'd be pretty cool. Okay. So now we're ready for the final battle. This gives us our magic rings. These are really cool, because just like the regenerate ability, these give us 1% HP regen. Which I don't believe is as big as the ability is. But we have to cast this, whereas this one, it just automatically happens as long as we have these equipped. So that's basically endgame stuff here. These guys sell us anything that we may have missed. But I think we have just about everything. We can probably check on... I think we have all of these. We don't have these, but we don't really need them. Okay, the plate armor would actually be nice, though. Let's get that. Let's get the plate helmet. Everything else should be good. Let's equip that helmet. Let's equip that armor. And let's just double check here. Yeah, we should be ready for the final fight here. Okay, so now we have regenerating HP. We have like ridiculously high defense and attack. We have basically every skill we need to win the game. Alright, we're just gonna run through these enemies here real quick. Get the last bit of experience points before the final boss. Really proud of this this artwork I did here. As you can see, it's a spearman, but he's a super spearman. That's why he has a really, really big spear. Like, even bigger than his body. I don't know how he swings it around, but... just thought it looked funny. Yeah, so you can see, even with the regenerating HP, we're still slowly taking damage, so... it's not like we automatically win the game, you know? But it does make it like a little more manageable. What Liz goes from like 476 to like 484. So that's kind of cool, you know. You get like 20 HP back every turn. It's not bad. It's basically just math, right? If you have 800, 1% would be like, I don't know. How does math work? It'd be like 8 every turn or something. Or something. His wife goes at 600, so she should go up to like 608. Yeah, it's like 8 every turn. So yeah, you level up pretty fast at this last area. I think we can take this guy. Unless we like miss 20 times in a row. Okay, let's see if we can use that. Oh, the Super Bowl. Super swing. Almost there. Almost there. Okay. So now we are all at level 16. Oh, there's... why did I make so many of these guys? It's just a hallway of robots. Okay, I think these are the last two groups. I think once we take these guys out, we should be level 17 and we should be ready for the final boss fight. Again, same thing. The idea behind the enemy design was, you know, they shouldn't like be annoying. Like they shouldn't feel like doing chores. You know, you should be able to just like kill them really fast. Because they're really just there to give you experience points, souls, and gold. So it's the boss fights where you're supposed to, you know, like think a little bit more. Well, I feel like I made this game pretty easy. I didn't really want to make a difficult game. I just want it to be a fun game. A lot of people would argue, you know, where's the fun if it's not difficult, but okay, so the final boss is up ahead, as you can see by the menacing grater. So make sure we're all fully healed. This is the final boss, so we can buy some stuff now. Like, we could buy these in case we die, which would be pretty good. Let's buy like 10 of these. You never know how bad it might get. These heal like 1,000, so we could probably buy like 20 of those. 'Cause, again, you never know. Okay. We should be pretty stocked to beat the final boss here. Okay. There he is. All right. We could probably just fireball him to death. And then Liz can probably like lightning bolts him to death. And then we can disarm him to lower his attack. Okay, let's keep shooting him with fireballs and lightning. Lower attack one more time. Now, he does have a magic attack he uses sometimes. I don't know if he's gonna use it on us during this fight, because it's random whether he does it or not. Usually he just kind of whacks us, so it does the triple attack, though. I want to see him use this fire attack, but I don't think he's gonna use it on us. I'll be real with you. I've never seen him do it, and I made this game. I know he can do it. I programmed him to be able to do it. He just doesn't want to do it. He's a fighter, not a wizard. Yeah, I don't think he's doing it. I momentarily debated him giving him a healing ability, but then I remember that's like always the most annoying ability for enemies to have in video games, so I decided against that. Yeah, I don't think he can actually kill us. I think we heal faster than he damages us at this point. He does have a lot of HP though. Yeah, he did. Alright, that's it. We beat the game in less than an hour. So if you guys got 1 hour to kill, then there you go. You can play Waifu Girl's Quest on itch.io. Oh, and then there should be a little... Yeah, we did it, guys. The adventure ends. Waifu Girl and team beat the bad guy. Peace between humans and robots now possible. Thanks for watching. It was all made by me. With some help from the RPGmaker VXace asset library. Oh, that's me. Well, that's it. Yeah, the game's free. Please try it out if you'd like. I know there's not really much to it. It's pretty bare bones, but I don't know. If you love RPG games, and you guys can check out all the other skills that I didn't even cover, you know? Because I mean, I only used like 4 of them, really. But there's like a whole bunch more. I never even used this one. Alright, thanks guys.